Welcome to IIT Delhi, where innovation meets inspiration. This year, the CBT Course 2025 brings together brilliant minds, thought leaders, and change makers from around the world. Before the event kicks off, we sat down with some of the incredible speakers to get an exclusive peek into their ideas, insights, and what they are most excited to share. Stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive content from CBT 2025.
Hello everyone, I am Virender Singh, founder of Biopatrika. Welcome to this CBT Course Pre-event Interview Series. Today we have with us Dr. Sanjay Shah, founder of XenPharm. Welcome, Dr. Sanjay.
Thank you, Virender.
Yeah. So before we go ahead, could you briefly introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you for giving this opportunity and platform, and looking forward to this event at IIT Delhi. So briefly, I have almost 30 years of diverse biopharma experience, more on the TechOps side, what we say, technical operations. Just to be clear, when I say TechOps, there are, broadly speaking, three parts to our industry: the discovery part, the big development piece in between, and the large TechOps side. So I'm on the third side of things, just to be very clear. Reason I say that, and that's the whole theme of the training sessions that I'll be focusing on TechOps. So I spent about 16 years in the US, worked with large biopharma, including Eli Lilly, Amgen, etc. Started my career in the US and then have been in India, Asia since 2010. And in India also I started my career in India in 2010 at Dr. Reddy's Labs Biologics Pachupalli campus, heading up a new department, process and plant engineering. Then a couple of years briefly with Syngene Biocon company, then heading up their GMP operations. And then I was with Intas for a brief period as the site head Biopharma, VP of manufacturing and site engineering, and a little bit of plasma celestial business there as well. And then since then, last 8 or 10 years, I've been with a small US consulting company, Hyde, about 6 years, and then 3 or 4 years with Pfizer Global Engineering. And then since last couple of years, I have my own little consulting firm, which allows me to do what I always intended to do. It gives me a lot of flexibility and also hopefully add some value to the industry. So back in US, my background was process engineering, TechOps, supporting manufacturing operations, capital projects, process automation, etc. Chemical engineer by background, by the way. So that's briefly about me, and
Yeah, that's great. Good to know about your background and actually how you were associated with global firms. So coming back to this CBT course, so what inspired you to be part of this CBT course series 2025, and what aspect of this course you are looking forward to?
No, great question again. Thanks for this opportunity. I really like this pre-event interview, which sets the context. So as I said in my interview introduction, I am part of the TechOps side, which in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's a little bit underrepresented in India. A lot of folks with the development background, process, analytical, formulation, etc. A little bit of discovery, though India focus has been on biosimilar. So I would not say there's a lot of focus on discovery side, but a lot of emphasis on the development side. And the operations, manufacturing, etc., is from a global benchmarks perspective, it's relatively small scales, whether you look at commercial values or kilograms or tons of biopharmaceutical therapeutic proteins we make or number of doses, etc. So, and in terms of maturity also, we are at the early stages, biopharma I'm talking about. So there is a lot of room for further development on the TechOps side. And Indian companies are slowly evolving, moving up the value chain from biosimilars and scaling up their operations. So I think this is need of the hour. I've seen globally companies in the US for 16 years and 15 in India, last 15. So I think this TechOps side is a little bit underrepresented. And I feel the event at Delhi gives a right platform. I mean, there are a lot of other good events. But I think they are very transactional in nature, in the sense that those are like couple-hour or 1 hour conference sessions. It doesn't deep dive into tracks and the core parts of the business, which I think this event allows to do. So since I know Dr. Anurag from quite some time, I met with him recently. I said, we talked about it, and then I think we said let's focus a little bit on TechOps side. Though I think primarily there's a lot of audience going to be from the development side of business from Indian industry. But I think it'll be good to see how the processes need to be scaled up so they are commercially efficient, compliant, contemporary, all of that. And I think that's the flavor and that's the intention that I wanted to be associated with this and focus on that this year. I think which is a little bit different from the previous year events. So this is for me. This is the first time I'll be associated with CBT. But of course, I've heard a lot of good things from my industry friends and colleagues about this event. So yeah, so that's the background and that's my intention. How I see this and focus on these aspects, which hopefully should be valuable to the Indian industry and the colleagues and professionals attending the event.
Yeah, great, great. So good to see the addition of TechOps to this course. Yeah. So
absolutely.
For last decade, so CBT course brings together like experts from academia, industry, as well as from regulatory. What
Absolutely.
Unique perspective you will be bringing to this course?
Yeah, so again, great question. So my focus will be, I guess, more from the industry side, of course. I'm not from academia, and of course, we can't disassociate industry from regulatory. But of course, I come from a part of this operation side, which has facility lifecycle elements built in, the tech transfer elements, commercial operations, cost of goods and cost, which is of course a big deal when it comes to biosimilar business, right? So I think that's the third part, what you said, academia, regulatory, and industry. So my focus is entirely from the industry perspective and bringing that large scale biopharma flavor to this event.
Great. So how do you think like courses like CBT course series help bridge the scientific research which is happening in academia to the biopharma industry?
No, I think this is really what CBT IIT Delhi is doing, is really pioneering, in my opinion. So I don't think there's anything like this that I'm aware of. As I said before, there are a lot of events, but those are more like conference gatherings, vendor gatherings, etc., where people come together, exchange ideas. But this is a deep dive, from what I know. Dr. Anurag himself, now very strong in academia, he has a past Amgen experience, etc., from the industry. So there are a lot of people like that as well. So I think this bridges the gap, and this is not superficial, meaning this is not half an hour, 1 hour talk, right? We're talking about a couple of days of deep dive, multiple sessions within a track. So I think something like this is need of the hour, and again, really grateful that I'll be part of this, and hopefully this gets more traction over a period of years. More people join from all the three verticals that I mentioned, from the discovery, development, and hopefully more people from TechOps side as well.
Yeah. So coming back to the themes of CBT 2025. So this year, CBT covers Biopharma 4.0, advanced manufacturing, TechOps, and regulatory framework. Why do you think these topics are more relevant in today's time?
So, yeah, Pharma 4.0, of course, it's a buzzword, right? Everybody's talking about it. I mean, digitalization, especially artificial intelligence, etc., it has tremendous value, of course. But I think where sometimes discussions go on a tangent is people lose understanding of the core domain, what these things do. So I think it's good that CBT covers this more from a holistic perspective, see what this Pharma 4.0 actually means. TechOps, I already mentioned a few things about that. So I think, as I said before, see, people call India as the pharmacy of the world, right? And in my opinion, that is more for small molecule generics. Biopharma is still up and coming, very nascent. But these are the things what you mentioned, Pharma 4.0, TechOps, etc., which are need of the hour if India were to scale up the operations and be like global biotech, or even some of the Asian counterparts. If you see, for example, companies out of Korea, for example, some in China, I think they've leapfrogged ahead a little bit of India, but India can still do a lot of catch up. So I think the topics and sessions that are picked by CBT are very apt for the Indian industry.
Yeah, good to know that. So my last question is, what message or advice you will give to young professionals or researchers who are planning to attend this event?
Yeah, so I think come with an open mind, a lot to learn. I see a lot of experts joining in this event. I mean, I know working professionals are generally very busy, but if you look at the course content, people who are joining, if they can carve out a couple of days out of their busy schedule and try to join this, I think it'll be absolutely worthwhile uh, to come to learn a few things from the experts, interact with fellow professionals. And as I said, look at the whole spectrum, because a lot of these young folks come from a certain department or discipline. So they may know a lot about what they're doing from their peers and their departments, etc. But when they come to an event like this, hopefully it should open up their eyes on biopharma is such a large world, right? And so, for example, if I am a upstream development person, right? This allows me to understand downstream. This allows me to understand a bit of regulatory, tech ops, a lot of other aspects in a deep dive way. So I would highly encourage young people in the industry to try to carve out a few days, talk to their managers, etc., and try to convince them. Of course, we'll play our part to make sure that the message goes out on what sort of value addition this gives to the Indian industry.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Shah, for sharing your insights and giving us preview of what to expect at CBT course 2025. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Virendra. Thank you so much.